Yeah, man.
Computers, compute.
You know what?
Oh yeah, let me throw in the.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to say I apologize because we normally start around 4:30. I apologize being late. I'm trying to get things together. I'll explain that later. Got my NY joint going on. You know what I'm saying?
My bad.
You know, I want to try to get my,
because
what happened, what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead and dawn there, you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get my New York on. I'm going to do my Jada impression. Like, what's good? I'm out here. I'm outside.
We got joints.
We got all the joints. So I'm going to do all that. So.
Almost forgot one thing. Hold on.
Oh, damn. My bad.
No, you good. Get that microphone working there. We got mic work. We got gun
mic
work.
All type of work. We ain't emotional over here. We ain't giving hugs.
We ain't giving hugs.
Yo, shit. What's up? This is Howie for Trying Hip Hop Podcast. This is my man
Kurt, what's up, y'all?
And man, I'm just excited. I've been itching for this.
Yeah, man.
To come because what happened, and we'll get to that later. First, we got some
definitely, man.
Go ahead and talk about that.
Yeah, so we had a couple. Oh yeah. We'll come back to the condolences. So yeah, my week was pretty good. It was a little slow. Seemed like it went by a little slow, but you know, a lot of little stuff going on. You know what I mean? But overall, it's a decent week. You know, nothing to complain about. Wouldn't change nothing anyway to complain about it. But overall, it's a good week. You know, checked out the Olympics a little bit. You know, not that much, but you know, a little bit. You know, just to see what was going on. There was one part where the dude was one of the dudes that was in the Olympics. I can't remember what sport it was, but he was sitting in the stands. I don't know if he was waiting for his turn or whatever, but he was knitting some knitting needles.
Hold on,
I was like, dude, he was just sitting there chilling, like, yep. You know what I mean? It was like, what's happening right now? So anyway.
Probably on the side, yo, let that nigga sweater shirt. You know what I mean? Get me out of here. Let that nigga some socks.
Feels like YO in here. Anyway, how was your week?
Man, it was all right, man. We finally got shit done. And we were slaves, man. We was moving and shit.
What's up, R2G2?
R2G2 in the house.
Pull that mic a little bit closer just to be on the safe side. Just want to make sure, yeah. Just so we get you.
I mean, we finally got stuff done at the warehouse, man. You know, doing the thing.
That's what's up, man.
I'm picking up better.
Yeah. Right, Yeah. So yeah, they're keeping y'all busy at the warehouse?
Yeah. So now we'll get to the point where we'll get things organized, but I don't want to go into that.
Okay.
Just getting these condolences.
Yeah. So we got a couple of people we want to just, you know, send thoughts and prayers out to the family. Some of y'all may have heard Tony Baker lost his son, Serene Baker, and a couple of their close friends. One of them, I believe, actually was in the music business, was like maybe a producer or something. It was like three people, yeah. So condolences to them. And also Fetty Wap lost his young daughter. Her name was Lauren Maxwell. Man, yeah, she was very young, 4 years old, man. I was like, yo, that's crazy, man. So I want to say they said she had some sort of heart issue. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but I think it was a heart issue. But so we'll send some condolences. Let's give them a moment of silence just to pay our respect. All right. Thank y'all for doing that.
Going crazy too about Tony Baker. During the damn, you know, his son lost there, you know, he lost his son.
Yeah.
On his damn Instagram talking about, I understand. It's hard time. Lost. It's lost.
Right.
Sorry
for your loss.
I was like, yo, son.
That's commendable, man. You know, to have a sense of humor when all of this is going on.
That's a long truth.
Yeah. And that does kind of irk me when I see stuff like that. I'm like, this is so easy. You know, like when people don't know the difference between your, and the other your, and that kind of stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
two, and two.
right. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like, come on, man. Help
where?
me out.
Yeah, where and where?
Right. So that irks me, man. So
Oh yeah,
anyway, but yeah, man. So shout out to Tony Baker for keeping a sense of humor, and shout out to Fetty Wap, man. 'Cause I know that's
yeah,
hard,
man.
man. Losing a 4-year-old, she, when you feel like she really hasn't had time to even experience the world. You know what I mean? So that's got to be rough, man. That would break me. So anyway, man. All right. Well, let's. We're gonna kind of fly through some stuff because we don't want to keep y'all too long. We got a lot going on, and we got to wrap it up
Yep.
quick. So, let's go ahead and get into our question of the day. You had the question of the day for us today, right?
Jada Kiss. She's the greatest of all time.
Is he the goat? I don't know, man. Because I mean, lyrically, we already know he among the goats, but that performance and the way that they pulled off that verses, man, they single. I mean, the whole group brought New York hip hop back in the spirit of New York. So we definitely got to talk about that. I will say Jada is among the goats. I don't think there's one goat in hip hop, period, but I do think that there's a certain status that I call goat status that certain people reach, and I do give him that. You know what I mean? So I'll give him that. What about you?
I wouldn't necessarily call him the GOAT overall, but I would say this. I would say that he, with all the errors for how long the Loch as a whole been
Right.
in it, for all the errors that he's been through, I can honestly, I can see why people say that he is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he would be because I mean there's especially with the '80s and all that stuff, and they even Sheik even alluded to that on the Sway in the morning interviews. Like we don't really necessarily say we're the greats, but we have other people that we looked at. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't necessarily say he's the goat, but like what he did,
Yeah. He has used the term King of New York for himself, but
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
I don't think he's ever called himself the GOAT. But yeah, I would definitely say at the moment he would be considered the King of New York. I'll give him that. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So
For what he did, yeah.
yeah, man, because I mean, that whole crowd. I mean, the energy. It was great, man. We're gonna definitely talk about
Oh
that.
yeah, we gonna
We're gonna
talk
come
about it.
back to that.
Yes, sir.
So we got a few things to run through. But yeah, let us know what y'all think in the comments. Is Jada the greatest of all time? What do you think? What status would you put him as?
Real
You,
quick, I'm sorry.
no, you good.
Shout out to One for All Mike. That's my
Okay.
supervisor right
What's
there.
up,
Shout
man?
out to Term Hatch right there.
We appreciate you checking us out. You know what I mean?
Shout out. Yep, yep.
Yeah, yeah, man. So we definitely appreciate that. R2G2, everybody. Germ Hatcher, everybody. T Lynn back in the building. We got
Yep,
her
yep.
back. So we appreciate her and all her support. Um, but yeah, so, like I said, let us know in the comments what y'all think about that question of the day. We can get into some birthdays real quick before we get to the topics. So I want to give a shout out to a good friend of mine. We're actually going to hang out right after the show. My man Ahmad, me and him been friends for like 25 plus years, going on 30. And, this week was his birthday on August 5th. So I just want to give him a happy birthday. On August 8th, coming up, my man Cool Mo D, the legend
Hit
from
him
the
with the
Treacherous
jump, though.
3. Yeah, man. They don't want that death blow. You know what I mean? They don't want that death blow because Mo D, he had that. Man, listen, lyrically, he can hang with anybody.
Rock your baby.
you know, that's the
Man.
only thing that kind of kept people from continuously listening to Mo D because he sounded a little more dated. So he still had that old school, that stuff going on. And everybody was like, okay, we need to get
Yeah, we gotta get
progressive and
past
get
that.
away from that.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I think that messed him up. But anyway, coming up also on August 9th, my man Curtis Blow, you know what I mean? The pioneer, the king of
Your
rap.
namesake
You
right
know,
there.
my namesake.
Clap
You
your
know,
hands, everybody. You got what it takes. I'm Curtis Blow, and I want you to know that these are the breaks.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, break down. He was the self-proclaimed king of rap for the longest time. Also coming up on August 9th, Mac 10 from the West Coast.
All right.
Happy birthday to him, and also his partner on the same day, Dub C.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's
Yeah.
dope that both of them share the same day. Just like Chuck D and Professor Griff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's dope. Then on August 11th, my girl Tierra Whack got a birthday. She is dope, man. A lot of people don't know about her, but she is dope. You gotta listen to her. Coming up also on August 11th, happy birthday to Ali Shaheed Muhammad. Y'all know who that is from Tribe Called Quest. You know what I mean? Muhammad, my man. Coming up on August 12th, my man Del the Funky Homo Sapien. You know what I mean? We talked about him quite a few times on the show.
Better wash your ass if you must.
You gotta
better
wash
brush your
your
teeth if you must. You better comb your hair
If
if
you
you must.
must.
So well you get funky.
Yes, sir. I used to love Del, man. So
Man,
he,
Del's
he
that dude.
well, I still do, man. He's dope. So anyway, and then last but not least, coming up on August 12th, Sir Mix a Lot.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
big butts and I cannot lie. Yo, man, that song will never get old. It's
Nah,
really
nah.
sad, but that song will never get old.
I mean, for what he was doing it for, man, was, you know, till then, you didn't really see any big butts. It was all
Right.
because of him.
Yeah,
You
man.
got the butt you see now.
Yep.
Back in the, it's like the 80s, it was that, that pancake,
Mhm.
like, boy look.
Yeah.
They
Said,
wanted that.
Becky, look at her butt. It's
Right.
just so big.
And Sir Mix-a-Lot, people sleep on Sir Mix-a-Lot. Sir Mix-a-Lot can rap.
Oh yeah. Oh
Like
yeah.
he got some,
Oh
he
yeah.
got some shit.
Yeah,
Like I
man.
looked up one time, I think they were saying like, yeah, he's known for the, Baby Got Back.
Right.
If you listen to some of his stuff, people put him in, I don't think here, but in, they put him in, what I'm saying, the category of terrorist and Melly Man,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
on his stuff. So, yeah, man.
I agree. I agree. He's a dope rapper. That was just his biggest hit. Was Baby Got Back. So definitely made him a lot of money. I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
All
No
right.
problem. Oh, let's give them a
So
clap.
yeah,
Quick,
yeah. Let's give them a
real
clap.
quick. Happy birthday to y'all. Wish you many more.
Yes, sir. Happy birthday. All right, so we're gonna move on to some music. We got a few new joints coming out. First of all, we told y'all my man Papoose was dropping that July album, and he did,
All right.
and it's a banger, man. You know, he going hard. He got a lot of dope features, so y'all better check that out. Um, Redman just dropped a new joint called Nigga What. Y'all need to go check that out. Goes hard. You know what I mean? You can't expect nothing less from Redman. You know what I mean? Um, You God just dropped a new joint called Take 'Em Home. You know what I mean? And that's fresh off the news that we getting the Wu Tang Saga, season 2. So, that's good. We keeping the Wu Tang name fresh.
Oh yeah. That's
So,
coming in September.
September.
Yeah,
Yep, we got a month away.
yeah, Hulu.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Hulu.
can't wait for that.
Yeah, Wu Tang and American Saga. So yeah, you gotta go listen to that. It's called Take 'Em Home. And then my man Drag On just got a new joint he dropped. He's actually dropping a whole new album, but the first joint he's released is called What a G Like. You know what I mean? What a G Like. That's that gangster joint. You know what I mean? So Drag On is another one that gets slept on, but he's a beast on the bars
Oh
too. You know
yeah.
what I mean? He's a beast. So my man R.J. Payne got a new joint out called Blood Everywhere featuring Redman. Man, listen, this joint go hard. It's got one of those slower Griselda beats, you know what I mean? And it just goes hard. Redman, I think, I don't know, I think he might have kicked it off. But either way, both of them killed it, you know what I mean? So go listen to that. AZ got a new song out. He's releasing on Friday the 13th, and it's featuring Jaheim, the singer, and it's called The Wheel. So look
Okay.
out for that. He said that when he releases it on Friday, he's also going to give us the official date for Do or Die 2.
Okay, that's
Because,
what's
he's been
up.
talking about that for like a year now.
Oh
He
yeah.
kept promising and promising, so I've been wondering. So I guess he was pushing it back, probably because of the pandemic or
Oh
something.
yeah. No doubt. No
So
doubt.
yeah. So we got that coming up, and then we got to talk about Nas King's
King
Disease
Disease
2.
2.
Man, listen. He did something that most MCs can't do, and that's he got Lauren Hill to appear on a track with him. You know what I mean? And most people can't even find Lauren Hill these days. You know what I mean? She stays really hidden and scarce and all of that. So
It was good to really hear her rap.
yeah,
And, honestly, 'cause, we kind of got not necessarily introduced to her, with I Rule the World with her singing.
right,
But it, for her to actually be rapping alongside with Nas,
right. That
great.
was dope.
It kind of felt like, hey man, this is what we were missing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, we needed that, man. We needed to hear more from her because I mean, if you don't do what you love, man, it's gonna get to a point where you're like, damn, now I'm too old and I feel like I can't do it. So I'm glad he dug her up and got her to do that, man. It's a good song. There's also a song I heard called Rare that's really good. I
Rare
hadn't
was really
heard the
good.
whole thing,
Oh,
but I've heard like
you
three
hear the
joints.
EPMD too?
Yeah,
Yo,
I shared that on the Facebook page.
yo, M killed
EPMD,
that
we
shit.
back in business.
M killed
I
that shit.
visualize what it is, not what it isn't. I love that line, man. He said, I visualize what it is, not what it isn't. You know what I mean? Nas, he knows about that metaphysical joint. You know what I mean?
Mm,
So the song is dope. It features EPMD, both of them, Eric and Parrish,
yep.
Eminem,
Yeah, M
as
killed
well
it.
as Nas, of course.
Yeah.
So, Eminem killed it. EPMD made a dope appearance.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I saw something that said they were trying to see who they thought was better. Was it Nas's verse or Eminem's verse? And I actually chose Nas. A lot of people were choosing Eminem, but I actually chose Nas.
Oh
Uh,
man, yeah. As far as like history and all that stuff going, but nah, M did. I mean, M
he killed it.
for what he
Hmm.
did the tribute. He did the
Yeah, that was
tribute.
dope.
He's saying rest in peace to everybody, to all the
Right.
rappers he lost,
Yep.
and and to where he was aspiring to be. So I had to shout it out to him on that one. He killed it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. He definitely did, man. This album is gonna go down in history. I'm glad he did it. He did another album produced by Hit Boy, so
Yeah.
he's found a good bag with him, Hit Boy. So
I ain't heard my man.
I don't know.
I thought he'd
Hey,
be like, oh, so you coming out
right.
August 6th.
Oh,
Oh.
but they have been kind of replaying that song with him and Kanye though. You know what I mean? They have
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah,
everywhere I go.
yeah.
I keep hearing about that, and they keep talking about it, playing Hove's verse. So somebody trying to do something.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
know?
haven't, and that's the thing though. I'm sad. I haven't really heard that.
Yeah.
I ain't heard it yet, so I'm gonna have to give it a chance.
Yeah, Kanye actually he hasn't released the album. He keeps pushing it back. He'll keep giving a date and then pushing it back. There's actually a video out there with some fans trying to roll up on Kanye like they was mad, like drop the album, just drop it,
Dang, son,
yelling
hold
at him,
on.
like yeah, yelling at him.
Oh,
And he was like, yo,
yo,
what
you
the
gonna roll
fuck?
what? You gonna tell me, yo, son? I know you got that in the face. You know what
Right,
I'm saying? Yo, you need to drop the album. Like, how
exactly.
you gonna need it?
Yo, y'all need to relax, man.
Yo.
People getting out of hand, man. They
Yes.
sitting at home too long and thinking they, you know, big for their britches or something, man.
Oh
Because
man,
y'all need
that's
to cut
funny.
that out.
That's
That ain't
funny.
gonna work.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that was it for the music. But Nas, man, y'all gotta go check out that King's Disease too, man. I've heard about three joints and they all sound dope. I heard the Lauryn Hill, the EPMD, and the song called Rare, and all of them are dope. You know what I
And I
mean?
like the fact of look, since I listened to the album, I like the fact that when Nas is doing a couple projects, you can actually hear that he's been listening to some other rappers,
Yeah.
particularly J. Cole, with some of his patterns.
Okay. Okay.
That's just my opinion. I might be wrong on that. I like the album cover. I love the album cover, like him with the
Yeah.
back orange backdrop. I
Yep.
mean, it's kind of got that. It really kind of got that like that king
Yeah.
drip to it. If you
I
say
agree.
I really simple album cover. I like.
Yeah. And my
So
man still look real young, man. He ages gracefully,
yeah, man, he's gonna be like the Black Dick Van Dyke. He's gonna be like
right. Cause Dick Van Dyke.
103 and
Exactly.
still look like he do.
Right.
He's still gonna be it's Nas. And that's my heart. That's my Nas impression. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah.
So
It's hard to do Nas. He just got that light, raspy. It's
yo,
Nas in your area.
yeah,
You know,
You know what I'm
something to
saying?
like that. I
It
can't
was
do Nas.
live.
But
Yeah.
yeah, man, that's a classic though, right there in the making. So y'all go check that out. Um, I guess we can jump into some topics.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
First of all, we gotta give a shout out to Rihanna for making it to the billionaire status.
Billy,
Let's give it up.
Billy, Billy.
A Billy, a Billy, a Billy. You know what I mean? That's dope, man. I mean, for her to do her own thing, you know, her Fenty line and her music and all of that. I mean, I'm glad to hear that, man, because things. I mean, it's good to see people like that who you know come from humble beginnings
To
to
get
make
to
it to that
yeah.
status. You know what I mean? So she's always made good music from day one, and she's never stressed over whether her music was better than other people. You can tell she just was like, "This is just me," and y'all going to figure it out. Trust me, y'all gonna figure it out. So shout out to Rihanna, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's dope right there. All right, so we want to give a couple more shout outs. First of all, we got a new street named after my man MF Doom. They have been talking about it for a long time, and they were trying to come up with the name, and I believe they went with KMD MF Doom Way.
Oh, they did.
So
Oh, so they actually put KMD in it.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's what's up.
yeah, man. So
It's the
that
sub
that's
rock.
dope, man.
Yes,
You yeah,
sir.
because you represent him and the whole group. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So because I mean, without KMD, there would be no MF Doom. So I really like that. You know what I mean? He represented right. So and then also my man Corrupt from the West Coast. Well, he's from Philly, but you know he represents the West Coast. He got a street named after him in Philly in his hometown. So that's dope right there. You know what I mean? Let's clap it up for
Yeah, let's
them.
clap it up, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Clap it up, man.
That is dope. Cause I mean, I don't know the name of Corrupt Street. I couldn't find the name, but I know it's official now. I think the news just came out like yesterday. So yeah, give Corrupt, some props, man. Takes a lot, to get a street name after you, especially if you're still living. Because they could have just said, "Oh, we'll wait till he die and just
Yeah,
do it in
man.
his honor." So that's dope that he got it while he was still living.
Rupp gets slept on, man,
Oh
too,
yeah,
man. Rupp, I mean, I don't think he's like up there, but nah, Rupp monster.
he is, man. He is, man. He's one of my top 20.
Yeah.
He's in my top 20. He might even be in my top 10. I have to go back and redo my list because my list kind of changes sometime. You know what I mean? So there's certain people that they ain't going nowhere, but then there's certain ones I'm like, okay, he done moved up a couple of slots. You know what I mean? So Corrupt is somewhere in my top 20 or top 10. So anyway, but yeah, man. So that's dope, man. I'm really happy for both of them, especially MF Doom, because we want to definitely preserve his legacy.
Yeah.
He didn't get a lot of you know coverage in the media because he was so underground with what he did. So we definitely want to give it up to him. So real quick, I want to mention, I don't know if y'all been keeping up with it, but my man Cassidy has gotten into a little back and forth with Tory Lanez. Um, yeah, I don't know if anything's gonna come out of it, but basically, Tory Lanez was doing like a little freestyle, and he did a couple of bars that actually mirrored something that Cassidy said, and so Cassidy took offense to it, like he biting, what I mean. Now, Tory Lanez, from what I understand, he's always said that Cassidy was one of his top rappers, favorites of all time. So I imagine that he did it out of respect. And when they asked him about it, he did say that's what it was. It was just him paying homage. He don't understand why Cassidy's mad.
Mm.
Cassidy's still, sticking with his guns, and he's like, yeah, nah, you biting. That's whack. I don't like why you did that. You ain't paying respect to me. I ain't gonna lie. When I heard what Tory Lanez did, it sounded like he was just paying homage. You know what I mean? I didn't look at it as biting. I mean, Tory's actually a good rapper. You know what I
So
mean?
what's going on? Because me, it's like everybody. Because what happened to him and Megan Alex? I mean, the man put out the music.
Right.
Why others than baby?
Right.
He went on an apology.
Yeah, I heard
I
about
meant
that.
to say
I heard about that.
that's something I meant to write. We'll talk.
Yeah.
But for him, he has to do something for him to get, people, having to be interested.
Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
so what's going on? Why why all of a sudden, and I'm not knocking Cassidy. If Cassidy feels that that's what he generally feels like, that's cool. But why is it that you know what I'm saying? Why is it that you have this disdain now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't get it. I kind of felt like, is it just more that trolling, attention seeking stuff, you know what I mean, that a lot of people do when they feel like their buzz is dying down a little bit? Is this just a way for him to just say, I need a reason to get on the mic? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, to me, I think it was a waste of time, but the way I listened to Tory Lanez' joint, and I really didn't feel like that. I don't think Tory Lanez is even going to respond to it because
As
Cassidy
he
did a whole
shouldn't.
song. Cassidy did a whole song dissing the man.
As he shouldn't though.
Yeah.
I mean the man is technically an R&B singer.
Right.
Technically, right?
Right. Exactly.
Okay. If he used one of your bars, I honestly think it's honest. I mean, he's
Yeah.
obviously he's in hit the genre that he's in. He's obviously trying to pay uh, homage or tribute, and on top of that, it's like he, I'm more identified with a singer. Why are you battling a singer?
Right.
Like it
Right.
don't make sense. And
Exactly.
that's no, I'm not, knocking Cassidy and stuff. I mean, Cassidy's nice.
Yeah.
I won't take that away from him. Come on.
I agree. I mean, and Tory got some bars for you, man. I ain't gonna lie, but
Mm,
I think it would be a waste of time for Tory Lanez to even respond. Just let it go, because Cassidy is just reaching right now. To me, anyway.
yeah.
Um. So yeah, y'all check it out for yourselves and let us know what y'all think. So let's talk about this situation with this conversation between Whack 100 and 21 Savage and Takashi 69. You know, all of them was
Look,
yeah.
he does
All of them was in a group conversation on I can't remember the website. One of them little websites, like
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
It's
Yeah,
Clubhouse.
I was about
Yeah.
to say Twitch or some shit, but
Nah, that's what Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. Yeah. So basically, they 21 Savage, I guess, had tried to confront Takashi about the whole ratting thing, and he was saying that he disagreed with somebody like Whack 100, who's supposed to be a gangster, even having a conversation with Takashi and all of it, the usual. And it just got into a heated argument. Takashi was in it, Whack was in it, and 21 Savage. And I don't know, man. For me, I guess I'm kind of like what you said. I take 21 side. You know what I mean? I don't think he did anything wrong. I think it was just I still don't understand why Whack 100 is associating himself with what's the name, but that's his business. But what did you think? Because you
Yeah,
said
like
you
I
you
said,
kind of co-signed.
I just kind of, I kind of side with 21. I mean, as far as now, what I mean by that, I'm not saying that, oh, I'm riding die like a fan or nothing like that. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is his position for what it's like if we was in this, we knew the rules of the street and everything. He's just saying, look, if we're going by these rules, why are you know what I'm saying? Why are you doing this? Like if
Right.
you're you know how the rules go. Why are you associating and it ain't like just plastic gangster. Like Whack 100, that dude.
Yeah.
Like he probably that dude.
He
Like
in there.
why you associate with that?
Right. I don't
That's
get
just
it either, man.
that's just the question.
I don't get it
Why would you
either.
associate with the guy? And then y'all trying to make him quote unquote a civilian. Nah, 6ix9ine ain't a civilian.
Yeah.
He ain't ever when he got hit with that charge, he criminal.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to Doggy Diamond.
Yeah.
They just talked about that. I don't want to take that away from him,
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Shout out to
but yeah,
Doggy Diamonds.
that's true though. Like they trying to paint him up and try to make this man like clean him up, and it's like, and then on top of that, Whack is up there trying to defend him. But if it been one of us, nah, man, like we wouldn't get that. I'm just being honest. We wouldn't get that same treatment. We would. We would.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. But we're gonna see how it turned out because I'm sure it ain't gonna end because it got pretty heated toward the end of that
Yeah.
conversation. So I'm sure that's not the end of it. But I don't really care for any of Takashi's music. You know what I mean? Even outside the whole snitching thing, I mean, I don't even see the point of entertaining anything he does to me. Anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah. So before we go too far, let me go ahead and just remind y'all. Don't forget to hit all the buttons: like,
Like,
share,
share, subscribe.
subscribe, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe.
Need the funds allocated.
Need them.
The funds allocated to the donation of the termination of the school. Trying to do that was like pimp. That was
Right.
like pimp humor Jackson or something like that. That was
Right.
like, them little fast talking pimps. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You know how I do with the scousel and dazzle. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Exactly. The fast talking pimp. You know what I mean?
I don't have big
Y'all don't know nothing about that, man.
conscious pimping.
Let me rap to you a little bit. Blood, little blood, young blood. But yeah, man. So and shout out to everybody who's checking us out on Instagram. I see you.
Yeah.
And we appreciate everybody. All right, so we're gonna move on now. Let's talk about Dr. Dre's oldest daughter. Her name is Latanya, and so she has been putting him on blast, saying that she's homeless and she doesn't have enough money to take care of herself, and that he should be giving her money.
Okay. Yeah. That's all that. She need to move in. Ex-wife.
There you go. Move in with the ex-wife. I guarantee you that won't happen. Guarantee you that won't happen. You know now.
I give you 3.2 million reasons why you should move in with the ex-wife.
Right, exactly. She getting 3.2 a year, baby.
Yeah.
You might as well go ahead and do it
Go
because
ahead, move in.
Dre ain't
And
having
your
it.
4 kids. Y'all be all right. I can't live. I can't live that big shit. 3.2 million. Y'all might be all right. You might be able to, you ain't gotta work too much. Still gonna have to do something, but you ain't gotta work too much.
Gotta do something, man.
You might be able to work 5 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? You be all right.
It's crazy, man. I don't understand this now. The one key part to the story is this lady is 38 years old and she still wants him to take care of her. Now, some more key elements to the story. He was taking care of her, like giving her money every month or whatever, all the way up until 2020. So just last year. And she is now 38. So he's finally got to the point where he's cutting her off because, he told her, look, just he wanted to be private. So he's like, don't put my business in the media. And that's part of what he says made him cut her off. Because she started going talking to the media. And so I guess Dre likes to be private. But still, my thing is, you 37, 38 years old. What is you doing? And there's another key to the story. She claims she got a job working at some sort of fast food place, but she still don't make enough money to, um, keep herself with a roof over her head because she's in LA, and that is one of those expensive places. But still, you probably only got this job because the man cut you off. You know what I mean? You were probably living without doing nothing, just spending up his money and all of that. Now, of course, we don't know the whole story, so I'm not saying I was there, but I'm just saying based on what we know so far, I'm willing to bet it's something to that degree. You know what I mean? You just figure my father's a billionaire, so why should I ever have to work? Why should I ever have to do anything to take care of myself? And I'm sorry, that's not how it works. Not from our school. Me and Dre are in the same age group, so he ain't doing that. He's a little older than me, but I ain't that far behind him. So Dre like, nah, we don't do that. You know what I mean? So she messed herself up. What'd you think about the situation?
Yeah, like I said, I didn't know the whole situation, and at the same time, it's like when you get that age, I'm not saying, and like you saying, man, I'm not saying that hard times don't befall anybody. I mean, hell, it can easily happen to anyone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, with the 2020, the whole Rona. I ain't gonna say the whole thing so we don't get flagged.
Right.
The whole Rona, you know what I'm saying? It kind of messed up everybody. So I can kind of understand, like, where that you're in a position where, you might be in some type of trouble. But at the same time, like, if you was getting money, you was getting money. I don't know how much it was. You don't know. But if you was getting something, you have to do something. The right thing by it. You can't just do this. I'm not saying that that's what she did.
Right.
That she lived. Like I said, we weren't there.
Yeah. We'll see, man. I'm sure they're gonna talk about it a little bit more. Hopefully, I'm willing to bet Dre is probably not going to talk about it because he is kind of a private person. But I'm willing to bet that daughter's going to keep talking about it. You know what I
Trey
mean?
is a civilian.
Right. Yo, and Dre recently took a picture with Grandmaster Flash from the Furious
Oh
Five,
yeah, that's what's up.
and he said Grandmaster Flash says he's officially heard what Dre is about to drop, the whole album,
Oh,
and so he said it's top notch. So I'm
oh,
ready for that joint. You know what I mean?
oh.
I am ready for that. So we're gonna see because they was talking about a couple months ago how they had released some parts of a song where he dissed the wife. You know what I mean? Where he was talking shit about the ex-wife, taking all his money and all that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm ready for that.